So, over the last day or so, black folks have been up in arms and at each other's throats over Keke Palmer's choice of a dress. Women feel as though she has every right to wear what she wants. She does. She's an adult. She's grown. She can make that decision. There's nobody on the planet that can just dictate to her what she can and cannot do. Most men thought that the mere thought of wearing this was disrespectful, and let alone going through with it was disrespectful to her dude. And we see ourselves in that dude. And how would we feel? I personally, at least in my experience, feel as though if you're going to be in a relationship, then you have to acknowledge the other person you're in a relationship with has feelings. And you have to take those feelings into consideration in some areas. Now, if you go to get some gas, you don't have to consult with that person as to which gas station you go to. If you understand what I'm saying. There are minor decisions, and then there are decisions where you know who you're dealing with, you know who you're waking up to, you know how they feel about certain things or how they will feel about certain actions that you may do. His response to this, I'm absolutely certain, was no surprise to her. From a man's standpoint, it was just disrespectful. Period. Women don't have to understand that. You don't have to get it. But honor that. That he got a right to have feelings too. From a woman's standpoint, solidarity. If I wanted to wear something like that, I would. Interesting though that most women would not. Her friends who are in the picture did not. I don't know if her friends got men at home or not. But what I do know is that if they do, their men were not upset with them when they came home and they seen these pictures. Should he have not said something publicly? No, he shouldn't have. But it elicited emotions in him. And I know it's hard to believe, but men have feelings too. It's interesting that we get knocked if we become too stoic. But if we have an emotional moment, we get drugged. That emotion is weaponized against us. And what I've heard a gazillion times over the last day or so is it wasn't the outfit. And this is coming from the sisters. It went, how dare you? You don't want us to tell you what to wear, but you want to tell us how to feel. Make that make sense for me. It was the outfit. It was the notion that you had the audacity to go out in public with your ass hanging out and think it was okay. And not only that, it was the behavior thereafter. You openly flirting with this guy. And you're not a regular Joe Blow. You are a celebrity to the nth degree. Everybody on the planet damn near knows who Keke Palmer is. Is that fair? I don't know, but you asked for that. If you decide you're going to be in a relationship, which is a decision, then you have to decide that that person has to be taken into account when you make certain decisions, and vice versa. The whole he's insecure, he's a beta male thing, I think is completely erroneous in this scenario, and I'll tell you why. If he truly was insecure, he wouldn't have said anything, let alone publicly. He is in a vulnerable state, being that she makes way more money than him, that she is the breadwinner. So insecurity would prevent you from putting your livelihood, so to speak, on the line. I completely disagree with that one. And the whole, well, they aren't married. Marriage is a series of steps to get there. You meet somebody, y'all date, y'all talk about things, y'all go places, you watch them, you study them, you educate them on things that you like, and you become educated on things that they like and dislike from both sides. And once you have accomplished so many steps, an acceptable amount of steps, and for each couple, it's different. Some people get married in a week. Some people get married in 10 years. But there are steps to be taken. And if you have some doubts, then you don't take that final step. And if he didn't have any doubts 2 days ago, he definitely does now. This is just not a behavior, in my humble opinion, that is conducive to this woman being married. Not only to that guy, to a lot of guys. This is just a really unfortunate situation that could have completely been prevented. And you're going to have, this is one of those scenarios that will be an example to people for years to come. And people will be pissed about this when they talk about it in 5 years. I don't have to understand where women coming from in some certain scenarios. I just got to honor the fact that they feel a certain way about it. I deserve that same respect as a man. Women don't have to understand where we coming from with certain scenarios. At least honor the fact that we got feelings about it. And last but not least, if we gonna dialogue about stuff like this, have a healthy conversation. And having a healthy conversation doesn't mean I agree with you. It means I don't have to put you down. Because it's childish on whomever's part. I don't need to call you bitches and hoes to get my point across. And you don't need to call me insecure and a beta to get yours. Getting into a relationship is a decision. If it's something you're not ready for, don't do it. It's okay. Nobody's going to be mad at you. Maybe that other person. But they'll get over it too. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are.